Alright everybody, I think we are good to go. Just going to check on a few things here. Testing. Let's go. Can't tell if I'm actually streaming at the moment. This is interesting. Alright, I think we are live. Excellent. Alright, sorry about that. Basically, yeah, just tweaking the system, make it a bit easier for me for next time. As usual, just going to go through a couple of charts today, just look at where we are with the swing trading setups, have a look at some scalps, some ones that I didn't take but would have been crackers last night. Unfortunately was resting on the couch rather than doing any trading, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Also going to cover off a bit of the Asta trade that I took over the weekend as well, and yeah, just some general thoughts on what's going on. As usual, to start with, a bit of a disclaimer, yeah, that's we'll get going here. So yeah, everything in this video is for general information and educational purposes only. Nothing represented constitutes financial advice, personal advice, or a recommendation to acquire or deal in any financial products. Any examples are illustrative only and should not be relied upon as indicators of future performance, as past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. Alright, now we've got rid of that bullshit out of the way, I will move over to the charts. Here we go. Right guys, typical 4-screen chart. Everyone should know how to set this up. If you don't, there's a few videos around in our course about how to set this up from Romps. This is Romps classic setup. I think I might have some of these screens around the wrong way to he does, just because I like to do things differently sometimes. Anyway, as you can see, we're still in this trade. So we came down here, tagged these order blocks down here. It's quite good. Even got the 9. That was rather beautiful. Had a sweep down, hit that order block as well. So we're just yeah, we came up to this area here. I had to delete a few things off my chart. I've drawn all over it here, but last week I was talking about where was I last week? Here. So I was talking about if this did a sweep up and come down. We didn't really get, we got a little sweep. It's not really that convincing for me. I thought maybe we would get a really hard push there and rejection. We've got the rejection, but this is all looking as far as rejections goes, it wasn't too bad here. So I'm still in trades. I'm not freaking out just yet. So depending what happens here, I think is going to be the key. So yeah, you can see we got this nice pin bar in here, the old doji candle, an order block there, which we're kind of pushing out of at the moment. But yeah, look, unless this kind of does a head and shoulders here, or starts breaking down here, closing under here, and then does a backside retest, I'm pretty much just going to keep sitting in trades in my swings. No big concerns. 4 hour looks like it's an ugly head and shoulders. Still got this support, so it's just riding the 30-day at the moment. A bit of back testing on the 30-day. It's not super clean. Not super clean on the 30-day. Rolling VWAP. But let's have a look at some of these. Right. So here we're sitting at the developing quarterly. This date anchored VWAP has actually. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, we'll get to the date anchored one from this is the one from the high. I've got one from the low as well, which has actually been pretty good, so we'll have a look at that a bit later. At the moment, yeah, you can see we not really much to talk about. I think when we go into the next chart, you'll see we have the small CME gap as well, but not really much happening here. It's looking a bit weak, and we might actually drop down here, but you can see we had this bit of a climax down here, and now we're just sort of holding this level, hoping this doesn't sort of end up being a, you know, like a just a breakthrough of this level here. Anyway, nothing to do right now on this chart. Seems to be the case ever since I started doing this. Haven't really had much luck with clean charts, but anyway, yeah, look, at the end of the day, we've had quite a move up from these lows. You know, that's what means everything's in profit at the moment, which is fantastic. Yeah, so just here, just showing that yeah, if we do come for a retest here of the date anchored VWAP here, this date anchored VWAP has been a little bit more consistent than the one from the previous high. This is from this low down here, so you can see I've added it onto the April low there, and you can see we basically rode it up, chopped around through it here, got above it. This is the value area high. We're kind of just doing a backside retest of it here, so a little concerned if we do basically do another test of that, and we might drop down here, or even go lower. Kind of in a bit of a holding pattern at the moment. Not really sure if that's going to play out. As you can see, our double smooth stochastic Glau has started to just do a bit of a reset on it, which is quite good because the price is holding, and the this is coming back down. So we might get you know, one of these bounces here like this. So you can see once we come down and reset a bit here, we got a nice move up, and then topped out. So I'm hoping we're going to do something like that at the moment, because yeah, that even though we got right up there, we didn't really get anything that would get me too worried as far as PA. The raw PA still looked pretty good, so even though the indicator was showing that we were topping out, we can always sort of just go sideways a bit to take the heat out of that. And if you do a bit of back testing, you can see how there's been multiple occasions where we've got up into these areas. It does actually reset, so you can't just blindly trade these things. But if we get something like this, we get like a pull down into here, and you know, we might get a nice pump, and look, that would have been fantastic. But as you can see, like in this case, the divergence was the indicator that we're going to have issues if we do something like that. Get a divergence in here. So when I mean divergence, I mean this pulls up but doesn't go as high, and the price goes up higher. That would indicate that we're losing momentum here, and we're getting pretty weak. But to be honest, this isn't moving very fast. We're in some sort of holding pattern here, waiting for some sort of news event to trigger us one way or another, really. So yeah, it's basically just sit and wait. So we've just got to be careful now. We just got to wait for some wait to see which way this reacts and what it actually does. And if we have a look at lower time frames, we got this small geez, that's already been closed. Yeah, right, so we had a small CME gap there. It's already closed it out, so there's nothing really to talk about here other than we're riding the 30-day and the 7-day rolling VWAPs. Which one of these has been better for us? 7-day, yeah, I guess you can say like in these upward movements, keeping above the 7 days been good. We're now sort of in the middle of it here, so we're diddling in the middle a bit too much. The 91 day has played out. It's way up there. We're a long way from that being support for any reason. I really should turn that off so it's not causing any extra noise. But anyway, I'll do that a bit later. 30 day does has been showing some support through here. You can see this here. So that's been a pretty good indicator of when we've been sort of pulling back, where we might get some reversals. So just keep an eye on this. This might be good news. We might see this as support here. And yeah, that might be a good indication that we might go. So, look, not really considering any trades at the moment. We've got this level down here, which came in over the weekend. Another level here. So all these levels could be liquidity grab levels. We could just drop down straight through here and go. We could do a down and then a backside retest and come down. So just be prepared for anything here at the moment. We do have a little bit of a double bottom happening there, but yeah, I can't really say anything about that at the moment. Let's flick over to CME chart. So yeah, as discussed, we've already closed this little gap anyway, so it's a bit of a nothing gap. Some pretty boring PA over the weekend for Bitcoin. Really didn't set up. You can see our previous gaps here have closed out completely. Bit unfortunate that didn't run a bit harder. I was actually thinking it would push through. So once we got this kind of like half-assed kind of close here, I thought we might get a big push. We got another couple of pretty meaningless closes there. I know the Binance chart didn't really close properly. I think even the Coinbase chart didn't close properly. So when they don't close properly and don't have good margin of I'm always a bit unsure whether it's going to do anything. As you see, we dropped down, still just came up in here, closed, and I think the other charts then closed. So really just nothing there to really no real indication of anything there for us. ETH is being a bit of a dog, to be honest. I was kind of hoping this would move out of here. Now we've got this sort of kind of a drawn out head and shoulders pattern here. I'm not happy about that really at all. ETH needs to pick up the narrative again and run with it. I think Solana might be taking back a bit of the ETH narrative, and this is going to die out a bit. I think we need Tom Lee to come out and start spruiking again, otherwise this is going to be pretty nasty. Was thinking he might have been talking his own books for a bit there and bailed out on us, so who knows with these guys. They can't really believe anything they say, to be honest. Got a bit of a strong order block through the bottom here, so you can see that it created a great support level, and now we're just sort of riding these VWAPs. ETH 18 day is by far my favourite with ETH. You get all these excellent reactions, or at least correlations with it. So we're now just riding it out here. So turn this shit off. Wait, get rid of the profile. You can see we're just riding that at the moment. So I think this is showing support, and will continue to be support. Maybe we get a dip down through here and get a run if something happens. But yeah, this kind of like, I dismissed this head and shoulders before because I was expecting, if we got something in here like that, that would be really ugly, but it's because it really drew out, just really found support on the previous monthly and also the 18 day. I've kind of like just discounted this a bit, but now it's still not moving anywhere. We're just stuck in this really in this range here. How tight is it? It's a 10% range, so I guess for range trading, that's probably not too bad. But yeah, it still looks a bit ugly, to be honest. CMA gaps on ETH, developing a new indicator for this, so been playing around with it. I'll basically get back onto that shortly, and let's see how we go with that. And but I think this sort of narrative will start to become real if we really do have institutional players in the ETH space buying. Then it makes sense that CME gaps might become a real thing with ETH. I don't think they're as reliable as the Bitcoin ones at the moment. So, but anyway, let's see how we go with that. ETH on lower time frame. Oh, it's just a bit of another look at the 4-hour chart. Can't remember why I put this one in, but yeah, I don't think there's anything really to talk about here. Double stochastic, we're coming down, we're fully reset down here. That's probably pretty good, but it's definitely not as reliable as Bitcoin. But you can see when we've had good drops down here, and the get the crossing we've marked up. Do a bit more back testing here, crossing there, mark up. So that's pretty good too. Down here we've got some divergence here, so we've got a slight divergence there on the price to and we got the best markup ever there. So keeping our eye on this. Yeah, down here not so good. So I'm hoping yeah, we get this and we cross and go. So probably looking for a little sweep down, maybe even a divergence. If we get a divergence on this, where we only come down in here and then move up, then yeah, I'll be pretty keen to add to my positions there. But at the moment, I've got quite a bit in, and so just sitting pretty at the moment. Sol, we had a bit of a narrative shift with Sol. Everybody started getting back on the Sol train, and yeah, we had a great markup here. Just where were we? Just it's the beginning of September. Like we were chopping sideways through this really drawn out pattern, and then yeah, had a really nice markup there. So that's been 25% drive, so that's pretty good. A little bit concerned we're just going to build a head and shoulders here. That's why I've drawn that. But yeah, maybe we just draw down here and then make some sort of flag in here. But yeah, look, nothing more to do there. No trades, nothing to really think about. Sit in, if you're still in, stay in until we get some other signs here. All right, moving on to scouts. Wanted to talk about some of the things that happened last night. So as usual, the best trades are at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Really annoying. Gonna have to think about getting up earlier. Biddy didn't. It had a good one here at Sunday night as well. We've been having some good, just anecdotally, I'll try and spit that out. Anecdotally, we've been having some Sunday night action. So yeah, if you're still thinking about trading a bit on the weekend, Sunday evenings for Eastern Australia times actually do play out pretty good, and yeah, I'm not 100% sure why that is. US is definitely not you know, up and trading at that point, so it might be just low liquidity on the exchanges, or yeah, just lack of people trying to trade in that space or counter trade everybody. But yeah, we're seeing a bit of that. ETH was a good one as well. You can see we basically ticked most of the boxes here. Didn't get a massive liquidity shift there, but you can see over on the 5 minute we got the red one, which is the higher volume, or sorry, higher amount. We did get the 5 and the 3 and the 15 minute. Didn't quite get down to the into that level there. So yeah, wasn't a perfect one, but when I was talking about the 18-day rolling VWAP being a good level for ETH, if I had have seen this, I would have traded that for sure. Just because it was sweeping this level, it's been great support before. Oh shit, what was I doing? God damn it. Here I was playing around with my settings rather than watching the charts. Oh look, this isn't that great actually. We've come down, we've swept there, we've really sort of lost this momentum up. Really just had one drive down, two drives down. If this rolls over and we get a double bottom in here, I think that might be a good trade. We might get another dip in here, and that might give this a chance to actually get down here. And yeah, I'll be looking for this one down there as well. And a big. Sometimes when you get the double bottoms, you don't get the big shift in the open interest like this. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Let's just have a look, see what happens with that one. Let's flick through the others. So we got Sol pretty much did the same thing. Here's your level. We swept, and yeah, I was playing with YouTube settings instead of watching the charts. We got that one down there. Still wasn't as deep as what it could be. To be honest, this may just roll over here and go deeper for the moment as well. So yeah, look out for early morning trades. Well, not that this is early morning, but this zone, the between 5 and sort of 10 a.m. is pretty good, to be honest. Then you got a few hours until we get the ADR setting up. So yeah, you can basically look at some trades in the morning, then have a bit of a break for a while, go do something else, and then sort of come back in the afternoon, see what happens with the DR. Here we go. Sui didn't quite. Everybody's kind of just not really getting down there. So I think this might be a weak move. It's not really feeling like it's going to be that great. But look, anything can happen here. Once again, I've drawn all these. That these would have been perfect. I don't know what I was doing other than sitting on the couch last night, but I certainly wasn't checking my alerts because these would have been going off. Great open interest shift there. You can see the massive spike there as everyone's piling in on shorts. Then they got cleaned out with the changes on that. So, and then we got the changes in the cipher. Yeah, the multi RSI was all down there as well. Lots of good stuff there. So yeah, you could have traded that. That would have been a good one. Even if you got in late here, you still could have got 3 hours out of that pretty easily, right? So easy 3R would have been a nice trade. I would have chopped out here though. I would have started taken large chunks of my profit here. So yeah, at the moment I'm still not sure if it's a good idea to keep too much on. If you can get trades like this, they're pretty consistent. 2 and 3 hours. Just take most of your profit then until we start heading into sort of big markup territory. At the moment we're just chopping around, so just take them and take your money and run. Same deal here with Say was a bit more convincing actually for the drive, but yeah, I still would have been nervous in this area. Did mark up a bit higher, but not wouldn't have convinced me. Once again, 3 a.m. US playing silly buggers down there. Let's go over XRP. XRP's Had a couple of good runs lately, so yeah, keep an eye on XRP. I'm not sure if I've got a chart for you saved for this one. I'll have a check. If not, it's definitely on my list of ones to look at now. So I'm sort of having a look at this. You can see we had a nice divergence here. Actually put a trade on this morning due to this divergence. So let's see what happens here. So yeah, you can see here big divergences on the 3 on the 3 minutes. So yeah, that's all good. And BNB's been a cracker. So inverse head and shoulders playing out here, pushing into the level. I reckon she's going to crank again, and yeah, there's not much more to say about that, to be honest. This whole move here also probably a product of Asta. Excitement around Asta has really put BNB back in the game, and Asta here. Look, if you've been following me, I don't think I put it in my channel, but in Discord, but I did actually put it in the main chat. Took some trades, did really well out of it, so I'm kind of happy with that. I did actually take some profit just in here, so I think this is going to break out again. This is looking pretty good, so I might actually load up again and see how we go. But yeah, not a lot of PA on this chart, so yeah, I don't even know. I can't even remember where I got in. Somewhere in here. Just on the fact that it was, or maybe it was Friday. It's not even on this chart. It's too new. So yeah, basically just based on bubble chart. So I had the bubbles up. Oh shit! I keep doing this. All right, keep having that on. So just based on the crypto bubbles, saw Asta had a massive move. I've been kind of out of the news, so I didn't really understand what was going on. Did a little bit of research, realised that it was the Binance version of Hyper, so I thought that was a good degen play. So yeah, when I saw one of these pullbacks, I can't remember where it was now. I think it might have been Friday. I piled in. So yeah, it was either Friday or Saturday morning. So it might have been in here, actually here. And yeah, it's been a nice one. So 150% runner. So yeah, we've come back a bit now. So still sitting at 100%. And yeah, as I said, I've taken profit already. Anyway, that's all for today. Yeah, a bit annoying I didn't do this stream earlier. I could have pointed out these might have been some good options here. But anyway, I'll make sure I get them done a bit earlier now. I've got live stream set up properly, and yeah, all good. Anyway, have fun. Make sure you yeah, set your stops properly. Good risk management's extremely important, especially with these scalp trades. You know, you're getting in a good price, so don't screw around. Just get in there and take the trade. Set your stops. Longer time frames, less important. Like with these swings, I don't really have stops set. I just more of a mental stop. So when I see things start to react, then I'll sell or buy or something like that. So yeah, anyway, that's about all. I'm going to stop this, and yeah, happy trading.